Hello, and today I'm going to be reviewing Booktubers books. I read 4 books, these 3, and then Because You Love to Hate Me. And I have a mixed bag of reviews. I have 2 5 stars, a 2 star, and 3 star. So I'm going to start with what book I liked least and work my way up to my 5 stars. My 2 star book is Again But Better by Christine Riccio. This is a book about a girl who goes to study abroad in London, and she's going there to do this creative writing program, but her parents don't know that, and her parents think that she is going to do a doctor program because she is pre-med, but she's not sure if she wants to be pre-med. She wants to be a writer, and so she wants to go to London to prove to her parents that she can make money off of being pre-med, or off of being a writer and creative writing. And she wants to prove to her parents that she can do it. So, she meets her flatmates. There's 2 guys, and then I think 1 other girl. One of the guys is her love interest of the novel. So, I'm trying to think of, this is, not a spoiler, because, they tell you it, but, it's also kind of a spoiler, because it happens, midway through the book, is that, she messes everything up, and a chance to redo it using a magical button or whatever. And the one half of it is taking place in 2011 when she first goes to study abroad, and then the other half is a version of her that's from 2017 and 2011 redoing it. So, this book was really disappointing to me, and I honestly don't know why I thought I was gonna like this, but I love Christine Riccio's channel, so I wanted to give it a try. And I actually pre-ordered this and kept on pushing it off because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, and I'm really disappointed to say that I did not. This just follows some of my least favorite tropes. This follows mild spoiler, cheating, time travel. I hate time travel books, so why did I think I was gonna like this? I don't know. But time travel, cheating, references. This was so referenced heavy. There were so many Harry Potter references and Lost references, and Christine Riccio is very vocal about her love for those things. So it's not surprising. It's just I don't like it. I don't like it when books reference other books or TV shows or things of that nature. It's also very Beatles heavy, which makes sense because they're in London, but I don't know, I just didn't like it. It didn't work for me. I didn't like the love interest at all. I thought that he was kind of just an asshole, if I'm being honest. I get that he didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but what he did in this novel was just if a guy ever did that to me, I would be no. I would not give him a second chance, because that's just slimy, in my opinion. And I feel there was kind of not as bad in this book as some other books I've read, but there was some girl hate towards the girl that was with the guy that she was interested in, and I hated that because I just, like, it's 2020. I guess it's, like, released in 2019, I think. So, it's too late to be hating on people for just dating someone that you're interested in. And then the girl turned out to be, like, a jerk, and I didn't like that. I would have thought it was more interesting if the girl, like, showed up to London and was just so nice, and, like, then it would have been more complex. And I mean, I hate the love interest anyway, so, like, it wouldn't have mattered. The one thing that I did like about this novel is, I think her name is Shane. Yeah, Shane. From her 2011 point of view to her 2017 point of view, her voice did change, and I could tell that some time passed. And I did like that aspect of it. I think that was really well done. But unfortunately, this didn't do it for me. Okay, so my 3-star is Because You Love to Hate Me. This book is going to be, like, very, very brief. I don't have it physically because I listened to it on audio. This, in case you don't know, for whatever reason, is a book of 13 Tales of Villainy, where Booktubers wrote the forewords, and they picked the prompts for each of the stories. And, like different authors wrote them, like Bryce Meyer, Renee Ahdieh, I'm blanking, but other authors wrote them. So, does this really fit for this video? Not really, but I'm still gonna talk about it because I read it. Okay, so, like with any anthology, I think, like, all anthologies pretty much, unless it's, like, spectacular, end up in the 3-star range. This one, I don't know why, for whatever reason, I was disappointed by it. I can't tell you why, really. I think it was just because, like, I was expecting to love everything about this, and I just didn't. I didn't really care about the forewords, pretty much at all. Didn't really care. I liked the stories, most of them. My favorite one was, I should have, like, written down who wrote it, but the Sea Witch one, that was my favorite. I mean, that's gotta be pretty obvious, because, like, yeah, who I am. But, that one was my favorite. I don't know, I just didn't really care about the afterwards that much, like, at all. I didn't really care about, like, the Booktubers part of this book, so, like, maybe, it doesn't really count that much. And finally, my 5 stars, which were both my Kitty Whisperer books. Shocking. So I'm going to start by talking about The Sweetest Kind of Poison. This is a book of poetry. This poetry collection is about getting out of an abusive relationship. In this case, it's a romantic relationship, but I feel like this book can speak to any kind of an abusive friendship, an abusive relationship, like romantic relationship. I really, really like this. I was reading it. I, like, read it all in one night, and I was just, like, crying, and it was a great time. This book, I think, is really relatable to me because I have been in a couple of, more abusive relationships. And I think that it's really important to have poetry like this that can speak to you. And since this is her first poetry book and it was released a couple of years ago, I am interested in seeing her new poetry book, which I have shipped to me because I wanted to wait till I could get it signed, just like I got this one signed. So, yeah, I think this just meant a lot to me, and this is a book I'm going to hold on to, and it's now possibly my favorite poetry book of all time, but I'm not positive. And I haven't read a lot of poetry, so I didn't want to wait till I read more poetry to be able to say that for certain. But I did really enjoy this. And then The Anti-Virginity Pact, again by Kate Wismer. This was a book that I almost didn't read because I didn't know if I wanted to. This is about a girl named Meredith whose father is a pastor and she's an atheist. And one day her and her best friend make a pact that they're going to lose their virginity by the end of the year. And they're seniors in high school, so they wanted to experience what it's like to, it's like growing up period. So they wanted to lose their virginity. This dealt with a lot of hard topics like bullying, sexual assault, sexual identity, animal abuse. Meredith works in a shelter with all these dogs, and I really liked that part of the book where you got to see all the dogs. She does have a love interest in this novel. I think his name is Sam, and I think their relationship was pretty cute. It was kind of like a second chance romance. They were friends when they were children, and then now that they're seniors in high school, they reconnect at church, and then they start dating. I thought overall this was a really good book. I thought it was a very good book about finding yourself and discovering who you are, and I thought the ending was really good. I can understand why I don't think some people are going to like the ending, just because if I had read it a couple of years ago, when I was 14, I probably wouldn't have liked it. But now, as a almost 20-year-old, I did enjoy it a lot because I feel like it's more realistic, and I think it's the most healthy way that this book could have ended. And I feel like all the topics that were discussed in here, I did kind of skim over the sexual assault parts, just because I can't really read that kind of stuff. It just really bothers me. So I did kind of skim that, but all the topics I feel like were handled in such a respectful way. I feel like this book is going to anger people because religion is a topic that angers people. But I feel like if you go into this book with an open mind, thinking that you're not going to thinking about I'm going to go into this book with an open mind and not use my own opinions to judge it, I think that it can be a really powerful novel, even if you are a Christian or very deeply religious. Maybe if you're very deeply religious, don't read this because I bet you're going to get offended, but I did really like this. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, and I am really glad that I read it. These are the books that I read for this video. Even though I didn't like all of them, I am really glad at how this video went, and I am really glad that I now have 2 more favorite books, and I will be reading anything from Kate Wismer in the future, and I will be reading Christine Riccio's newest book, because I did really like the writing in it, even though it wasn't my favorite. But yes, thanks for watching.